No more lists. No more stupid rankings. It is time to go. Football season is upon us. The Eagles open camp tomorrow, and I can't wait. Dallas still stinks. You by the way, kick thing back here. I'm telling you what right now. Wait, we were busting, man. I'm busting, ready for football. The Eagles open up camp tomorrow. Camp is tomorrow as they report. What a week of sports it's been for Philly. Welcome LeBron James to the Sixers. He is going to make it super, super exciting. And I know people have been asking me, you gotta do some Sixers stuff now. You gotta do Sixers stuff. You gonna do Sixers stuff? All I can say is I don't know how I'll make everything work, but we'll figure something out during the season when we can. In the meantime, it is time for training camp. The Eagles are reporting tomorrow, and to me, this is going to be one of the most fascinating training camps we have seen in a long time, because I think there's a lot of debates about a lot of players and a lot of bad things that have been said about a lot of our players that I think have not been true. And I think this is the year that we prove those things were wrong, okay? And of course, you could start when they talk about Jalen Hurts. Now, the Eagles report on Tuesday, tomorrow, but they will take the field for practice on Wednesday. We will be covering all of it. So, you know how we do it. Gear up, get ready to go. It's going to be fun. Also, should say, Tuesday, August 25th, 6 p.m. Eastern, Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles are going to have their public practice. So join us. Eagles Training Camp Public Practice presented by Independent Blue Cross. Tickets are on sale, $15.40, I believe. So if you guys go, usually that thing's sold out and packed. Going to be fun. Of course, I won't be able to be there, but I will be streaming nonetheless. I love this time of year, man. It's so funny to me, kind of, because this time of year, it's always like you're just dying to get to training camp. You get to training camp, you have a few practices, and you're ready for preseason. You're just dying for a preseason game, and you're ready for a preseason game. Then, preseason game comes, and they go, like, the first drive, the first series, and you're like, all right, I'm ready for the regular season. You know, that's always the way it is. But for the Eagles this year, in all seriousness, you've got a lot of important things going on. The first thing that I want to see when camp opens, I want to see how Jalen Carter looks. I want to see what kind of shape he's coming in when he comes to camp. I think he's going to be in fantastic shape. I want to see how healthy he's going to be coming into camp. I've seen some stuff with Jordan Davis. He already looks like he's in tremendous shape. Saquon Barkley looks like he's in tremendous shape. Jalen Hurts and the rest of them. So seeing that early, just coming in, is important for Jalen Carter. I also think Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, the health of these guys early on and how they come, how they're feeling, it's going to be very, very important, very crucial for the Philadelphia Eagles to get to a good start. But, man, this camp, I think, is going to be one of the most fascinating camps in a long time. And I will say this, a public cry to Nick Sirianni, please play your starters a little bit in preseason. They need reps. They need multiple reps. Please let them play a little bit. I'm not saying overdo it. I'm not saying kill them. I'm not saying play them every game. But give them at least a little bit of work so we're not playing catch up for the first 6 weeks. We're already trying to get a new offense together. It's better to get some work in preseason when we can. Don't waste the time. Get the work in, you know. And speaking of getting it in, check this out. PrizePicks is America's #1 sportsbook app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. Plus, the great thing about it, it is really easy to use. Just pick a few player stats and lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or if you prefer, you can now do Team Picks. Now, Team Picks is great. It opens up a ton of options, including picking wins, spreads, all sorts of things, as I'm going to show you in a second. Plus, PrizePicks is available in almost all 50 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Now, as I was saying, when you look at the team picks, they often have a bunch of different options to choose from. One of the ones that I want to touch on today is the stage of elimination for football teams this coming season, specifically the Cowboys. Why? Because this is, to me, easy guarantee, okay? This is easy. I have the Dallas Cowboys. I am taking them to not make the playoffs. That's right. I am taking the Cowboys to not make the playoffs. I'm locking in that lineup, and boom, it is ready to go. I love this play. I think this is a great guarantee. And if you like this or you want to do something similar, all you have to do is download the link in the description, download the app, and then use promo code HMA when you sign up. And if you play your first $5 lineup and you win, you'll get $150 in lineup credits. That's $150 in lineup credits. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup and win. That's right. Just use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Shout out to PrizePicks. So shout out to PrizePicks for the awesome app that they have and everything. I love it. I tell you, I love it. Now, one of the things, as we were talking about with training camp, of course, we want to see what kind of shape some of these guys come in, what kind of health they're going to have. Another guy, besides the offensive line, I'm very curious to see how healthy he is going to be Nolan Smith and Andrew Mukuba. Those two guys need to be healthy, especially Nolan Smith. I look at Nolan Smith, and I think he's in the position that Jordan Davis was in a year ago, where if you go out there and you prove yourself that you're deserving of a long-term deal, you may just get it. Or at worst case scenario, the Eagles may look to trade him to a place where he can get a long-term contract. But this is a big year for Nolan Smith. And as far as the practice goes, here's what we got. So this is what it's going to look like about the first week of practice. So you got Wednesday, Sirianni meets with the media, and then you have practice at 10 a.m., so that's 7 a.m. Eastern time. It's always 7 a.m. Pacific time, rather, but it's always getting up early for me during training camp, which I love because it makes my day just run smoother. It always seems that way. So Wednesday, the Eagles practice. Thursday, practice is at 10. Friday, they just have a walkthrough and a closed practice. Saturday, Sean Mannion will meet with the media. That'll be the first time he meets with the media, I believe, since training camp starts. That should be very interesting. Course practice will be 7 a.m. Sunday, August 2nd, they have a day off. Then they return to the field on Monday at 10 a.m., Tuesday, 10 a.m., Wednesday, 10 a.m., walkthrough Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. practice. And that's pretty much all I have right now in terms of their schedule. Of course, like we said, the open practice is August 25th, and we are rolling, man. We are rolling. We'll see some very interesting things here because, of course, when you look at just the starters and you look at the starters on a team, if you were to ask me, in my opinion, what starting position is the most open, for competition, I know a lot of people would say safety, but I actually think it's that number 2 wide receiver position. Like, which receiver out of all the guys we've brought in, who is going to be the guy that elevates himself, that becomes that number 2? My early favorite before training camp starts is obviously Wicks, but I don't know. We'll see what Hollywood Brown does. We'll see what a lot of these guys do. I'm very excited about DeVonta Smith and for DeVonta Smith that he's going to get an opportunity to be the number one guy. I think a lot of people this year, a lot of them are going to have to eat it when it comes to DeVonta Smith. Not so much Eagle fans, but just from around the league, because I've never seen a guy, like in my opinion, get bashed or get hurt as much as DeVonta Smith. Like, people really look at DeVonta and say, he's okay if you have an A.J. Brown on the other side. Otherwise, he's nothing. People literally forget what he was like as a rookie, okay? So, to me, DeVonta Smith, he'll fill in for A.J. Brown. I ain't worried about that. But somebody has to establish themselves as that number 2 wide receiver. I think that, to me, going into camp is probably the biggest question mark I have when it comes to starters. I think safety position is another one in terms of, somebody's got to try to win the job. I think what will happen, and I think the plan for safety, because we've talked about, signing guys. They've talked about, trading for players. I think even if they sign somebody before the first practice, I think the fact of the matter is this. If the safety position is a problem during training camp, if we're getting to a position like, maybe Epps isn't taking a job, Carter isn't taking a job, they don't want to move DeJean full-time to safety, which I think they should be more open to than a lot of people. But if you're not having anybody take that position and run with it, that's when I think Howie steps in and makes a move, whether it be trade or signing somebody, possibly trade. I mean, he likes to trade during camp when we see, kind of where we need help. Last year we did it at the cornerback position. It really didn't do anything for us, but hopefully it will this year if we get to that point. A lot of people think Epps will be the guy. I'm not sure. So I think that safety position and that wide receiver position are going to be interesting. A lot of interesting battles, but a lot of it has to do with depth, depth on the line, the development of Jalyx Hunt, Nolan Smith. We're going to see how that goes. We're going to see these running backs. We got a lot of running backs in here. Then you have the linebackers. I think we got a lot of deep linebackers. Is Trotter Jr. ready to start if he had to start tomorrow? That's going to be a question. Campbell, when he comes back, because he's going to miss a little bit of time with injury, recovering from his shoulder, is that going to be an issue, or is he going to be ready to go? So we've got a lot of battles depth-wise. And I think another one is I want to see Stowers really win that tight end 2 position, because I love the way Green Bay uses their tight ends, and would love to see us use both those tight ends in this offense. There's so much going on. There's going to be so many battles, man. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go, and I'll be rocking and rolling 7 a.m. tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. Hey, parents, real quick. What's the one money lesson you wish you learned earlier that you're trying to pass down to your kids? For all of the parents out there with teenagers, we already know you're trying to keep a million different things under control. Believe me, I got 2 teenagers myself. It's tough. Well, guess what? Cash App is here to help. Make sure your teens' money and their spending isn't adding to the craziness. With Cash App Card available to teens 13 to 17 with a sponsorship by an eligible parent or a guardian, every transaction triggers a real-time notification for you to see, empowering your teen to practice independence while giving you a peace of mind by keeping track of their spending. You can also manage everything from your own Cash App account without having to switch between the two. It's beautiful. It makes it simple to stay connected to your teen's financial activity in a way that's both efficient and empowering. Now, finally, no one, and I mean no one, wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there are no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card, you and your team's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring, and if the card ever gets lost, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. That's FAMILY10 in the profile and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank NA, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for Sutton prepaid cards, Sutton debit flex cards, and Bancorp debit flex cards. Savings provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. So my question is this: do you guys hold any weight? Does it hold any weight that the Eagles always want to be the center of attention? Do you guys really buy into that? Do you really believe that Howie Roseman looks and says, geez, LeBron James is in Philly. He is going to steal a ton of headlines. We are not going to be on the main page a lot of time, or especially for the next few weeks, even though we have camp going. It's time to do something to make a splash. I don't know, go get Max Crosby or something to get him talking about the Eagles. Do you believe Howie Roseman thinks like that? I'm just curious. I don't know. I kind of don't think he thinks like that, but it always seems like it. But maybe he does, I could be totally wrong about it, but I am curious your guys' opinion. Let me know in the comment section. Denzel Washington is out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.